If you got a text that looks like it's from yourself, don't click it. Verizon Wireless is asking you not to click that link. A number of their customers received a message just like that, including myself. Here's the message that I got. It says your bill is paid and that you can get a free gift by clicking the link. There have been some reports the link goes to a Russian state TV network. Verizon again saying do not click the link. Instead, you should delete it. But what should you do if you've already clicked it? How do you prevent this from happening again? I took my questions to a cybersecurity expert, and here's our conversation.
Chris Furtick with Borderless Solutions joining me now. Chris, it's great to have you here talking about all things spam text messages. I've gotten a number of spam text messages before. One thing that's never happened to me is getting a text with my own cell phone number attached to it. It's called spoofing. How does that work?
Yeah, so this is a relatively new phenomenon, but it has traces back from several years now. So we're used to getting robocalls and spam from numbers that look like they're close to us, right? So we'll look like someone in our neighborhood, potentially someone in our own area code. That's been an issue for spammers because folks aren't falling for that anymore. So they're hoping that folks will fall out of curiosity. Oh, I got this text from myself. What could this mean? Why is someone using my number? So the idea is to compel someone to act, right? Click on the link, respond to the text. So anything they can do to get you to do that is what they're focusing on. And I think curiosity killed the cat, so to speak. So folks get these and like, how are someone using it? It becomes outrage and things like that. They want to know, get to the bottom of who's using my number. So that's what piques their interest. And then they follow down the rabbit hole.
And a lot of this is coming from Verizon customers. I'm a Verizon customer. Verizon telling people who receive that link, that text message, not to click on the link. I'm thankful that I did not click on it, but there are some people who did. So if you're in that category, you clicked on the link, what do you do next?
Yeah, first off, prevention is the best key, right? So don't ever click on a link that you receive that you're not expecting, right? Versus in both an SMS as well as an email. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, what do we do now? We've had this moment where we've clicked on a link. Don't ever give out any details when you click on the link. It could be saying a survey, it could be a sweepstakes, it could be something else, but you don't ever want to give away information because that's ultimately their goal. This attack is to get more information from you. So they may act like they are your phone company, which is one thing that we've seen. They'll spoof what your number is, and you'll respond back and they'll say, hey, we're Verizon, we're AT&T, we're T-Mobile, you have a past due bill, we need your account information, and they will create a sense of urgency. So that's really what they're trying to do. Ultimately, they want to get paid any way they can figure it out.
Chris, so once your information has been compromised, maybe you give your email address or your banking information, what do you do next?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there's several steps you want to follow. First off, you want to go change the password on that account. So if you gave your email address out, you want to go change the password immediately out of abundance of caution. If you gave away any type of payment information, imagine it's your banking information, things like that, you definitely want to go in and change your password at that point and also enable multi-factor authentication. That's a second step of authentication for anyone that tries to log into your account.
So I know that you walked me through how simple spoofing is. You shared those screenshots. So it's really just downloading an app and you're able to disguise your phone number as someone else's.
Yeah, it's very easy to do that. There are applications in both the Apple store as well as the Android store for spoofing calls. Now, larger scale fraudsters aren't doing that through an app. They've got some other technological tools to do it with. But yeah, it's relatively easy for anyone to do this.
In this case, there are reports that the link is directing you to Russian state-operated live television, compounded with the White House saying that cyber attacks could potentially be on the rise with the conflict currently happening in Ukraine. What level of concern should we have about cyber attacks?
Yeah, so cyber attacks are on the rise. We've already seen an increase in that over the past several months, especially now with Russia physical campaign not going to plan. So they got their back against the wall and they're striking out more. So one of their main tactics for folks is to create disinformation and misinformation. So that's where this is stemming from, right? If they can get you to click on a link and it's a video saying, there is no such thing as Russian aggression, there is no war or anything like that. That's what they're trying to do, to disseminate. And ultimately what they want to do is to make the American people not have faith in the news that we're seeing.
Last question for you, Chris. Verizon says they're aware of the situation. They're working to block, those spam text messages, but also they're working with law enforcement as they investigate what's going on here. What can we do as consumers to protect ourselves?
Yeah, it's a great question. So first off, it's not just Verizon who's been targeted by this as well. As we've seen this for AT&T and some of the other major players. As far as what we can do, first off, don't ever click on links that you get via text messages. And that's the same to go with emails as well. Make sure that we're not giving away that information. Anytime someone calls you or texts you and they try to create a sense of urgency, that's one of their tactics. So you have to pay this bill now. There's an arrest out for your, or warrant out for your arrest. We've seen folks get spoofed by FBI numbers, things like that. So anytime they try to create a sense of urgency, take a step back and say, okay, I will call you back. Go and find the number for that agency you think you're talking to and call them directly and have that conversation.
All right. Anything else that you'd like to add?
No, we just have to be incredibly proactive in our defenses and making sure that we're taking care of ourselves.
All important tips there. Chris, thank you so much. Chris Furtick with Fortalus Solutions.
Thank you.